Good afternoon, everybody. I am currently situated in Smithville, New York. I'm currently traveling I-81 north. Current time is 12:21 p.m. and the temperature, according to the truck, is 48 degrees. I am headed to my second stop right now. I did record my first stop, dropping off and stuff like that. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, my GoPro decided it wanted to, rotate the angle of the camera. Like, it was on my forehead like it always is, and it was like upside down. I don't know why it is. Sometimes this GoPro would do it, and I'll have no idea that it's actually doing it. And so that footage is obviously unusable. So I lost all that footage, unfortunately, including I've been having some issues here lately with service, and of course the storage problem is starting to come back up again. So I am doing my best to work around it, but videos are late right now due to those reasons. I do apologize. I will try to get videos out to you as soon as possible, but I just have to be more careful with what I do next time. I gotta learn to leave the bigger videos on the SD card instead of delete them off the SD card and the GoPro app itself. I'm learning from this, okay? This is very difficult, to say the least. It's been an ongoing problem. I'm almost about to just get a cheap phone that I am able to just simply like work on YouTube videos, and make it specifically for that. Of course, the phone that I have is used for everyday basic things. I rely on my phone to make sure I am not, of course, left out, I would say, from home. I have an idea about what's going on home. Most of the time I really don't know, but also it is essential for this job to have a cell phone. I don't care what anybody says to you. It is essential to be able to talk to dispatchers, be able to talk to shippers and receiving. Perfect example was the last load that I drop off. If you guys don't know or haven't watched the last couple of videos, I have a total of 4 drop-offs for this load. So I am going to 4 different locations to unload this trailer, and it is a live unload. Yesterday I was there on the drop on my load, and they were not going to take my load until the next morning, which was today. They told me that they already took 1 truck and they can only take 1 truck at a time. So I had to go to the TA that was 48 miles away, and I would have never known any of this stuff without actually having a phone with me so I can call the business that I actually dropped. It was actually more of a business. It's like a trading center, something like that. I don't know, I'm gonna pass this bus, but we're gonna try here. Going pretty slow. But yeah, that's how things have been going lately. there is something that I want to get into a little bit while we're just driving down the road. Something that I've been meaning to talk about still, but just haven't not found the time. Continuing, you know, talking about what is going on with like the, you know, what, like, okay, make things difficult for me. Okay, I want to continue talking about, you know, what it was like for me, you know, during training and orientation. I believe we got through a big part of it before, but there's still, you remember, there's still quite a bit that is have not been said. I do want to get back in this again, so let's do this. I don't remember quite where we left off. It's been a good while since we've done any of this stuff, so I believe we got done talking about, you know, lead drivers. I think we were getting a little bit into the school. We got pretty much through the whole school. If I repeat something, I do apologize, but I want to continue to talk about, you know, what the school was like. So I believe I talked about, you know, prices down there with, you know, how much, you know, food costs compared to what it'd possibly like, you know, being home. You know, getting things that you will very well need, buying things out there, you know, be a lot more expensive than it would be at home. I can guarantee it. It is very, very expensive to live in Colorado. I believe what they said, like the housing up there was like, I believe it's like $2,400 a month, and they're not bad houses. You know, it's a 3-bedroom house, but almost identical house that they have down there, we have where I live, and they're much, much cheaper than what they are charging. But if I could get like a house like almost identical for almost like $600 a month, beats $2,400. So yeah, things are very, very expensive in Colorado. So don't be buying things. Make sure you get everything on your list, because I guarantee you'll need most of them, if not all. And you don't want to be buying those things while you're down there, because if I said you do get $64 a month, or not a month, but a week, I think it's more like 65. I don't know. If you're relying on that money that they give you every week, you will be running out very, very shortly. Almost to the point to where you even having to ask for people's help. You know, say, hey, you know, I'm running low on money. I can't afford to get food right now. Can you help me out? Believe me, I've done that before, and I fucking hate doing it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I can't freaking stand it. So ultimately, make sure you're prepared, pretty much. I think I talked about, you know, attitude and stuff like that. You know, if I didn't, please tell me down in the comments. I will be very happy to repeat myself, but or talk about those things. But what are restrictions? I don't even know what that means. So else is there? Like, if I said this before, I do apologize, but I don't believe I have mentioned, you know, just how small the town is. Kingsburg, Colorado is not a very big town. Don't have very many stores. There's no Walmarts. You know, there's like a Walmart like 30 minutes away, but that's pretty much it. I have to exit here. It says exit 48A. Where the fuck that is. Oh, yeah, this might be it. Yeah, my GPS is telling me to take 781. So we're gonna look for that. Anyways, so as I said, no Walmart's down there. There is a Family Dollar and a Ken's Market. Both are very, very equally expensive. Now there is a laundromat, and you know, there is a couple of restaurants. One of the restaurants down there is a lot better than the others. I believe there's like a total of 3 restaurants. I believe there's a pizza place that it's not a Pizza Hut or Papa John's. It's, you know, none of that. Anyways, but I've never seen that pizza place open. So don't, you know, don't hold your breath on that. I gotta get over. Slow down here. A 45 mile per hour ramp. I'll just show it real quick before we get back on our story. If you ever see us, you know, going so slow on a ramp or so like that, we hit as much as you do. But we have to be careful, because if we don't, we will flip this truck. A lot of people don't realize that. I've seen people do some stupid shit on on-ramps around us. I've seen people, you know, passing on the ride and doing some stupid shit. Like, just give us room, we'll get out of your way eventually. Anyways, so yeah, we were talking about the restaurants. So there's a pizza place. It's never opened, and I've never seen that. I think it should be closed, in my opinion. But, or might as well be closed. There is a cafe which is right next to the office building, which you're rarely at, so good luck with that. You do get 30 minutes of lunch, so I've got in there, snuck in there, and got like a hamburger or something like that. Amazing food, awesome staff. And there's also like a truck stop. It gets like a yellow sign, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Durangos or something like that. I don't even know. It's similar thing, but I wasn't really happy with the service. Somebody got their food cold, and also took from forever to get the food out. I mean, we had a pretty big group, but we were able to play 4 pool games, and our food was still not out. It's like, man, this is ridiculous. So I don't recommend eating there. The cafe, you know, it's not too terribly busy, so they get your food out in 10-15 minutes. Not bad at all. Good, I think, you know, they do a little bit more staff than the other restaurant is, but anyways, that is, you know, about the size of the town. Weather. I don't believe I talked about this either. Make sure you are prepared for the weather. It gets really hot out there, up to the 90-degree weather. Wow, this is a horrible speed limit. What the fuck is this? That was quick. Anyways, so it gets up to 90, almost 100 degrees out there in the summer, and it gets below 30 degrees in the winter. So, Jesus Christ, what's with the speed limits? Makes no sense. This is a highway. Sorry, what the hell was I talking about again? So, oh, we're talking about the weather, duh. Which way am I turning left? So keep right. What the fuck are they? Oh, I need to be in this lane. I've been here before. I remember this light. I think I do anyways. Ain't there a truck stop here? I remember getting off here at, there was a truck stop. That would be nice. Anyways, so we'll talk about the weather. Make sure you are prepared, because you're going to be out in the yard every single day. There's no coverage. In fact, there's barely any place to fucking sit out there. So make sure you are prepared. I think I've covered almost everything that has to do with the school. If something comes up, I will indeed talk about it again, but what the hell is this? But anyways, let's move on to the orientation. The orientation is very, very boring. You are going to want to fall asleep. Don't do it. Do not fall asleep. But you're going to want to do it. Believe me. Sitting there doing tasks. Well, not really tasks, but do like 1-2 tasks, and they're like hazard, you know, chemicals tasks that the company requires you to do. And you watch almost 15 videos. The videos can be like roughly 15 minutes to maybe like 20. I don't know, it really does depend, but they're pretty boring. In terms of drug test and like drive tests and stuff like that, I didn't take a drug test. It's very, very possible that they could make you do it. It depends on how, you know, I think it would first depend on how well you did on your first test. And also, I think it would depend on, you know, what type of record you have. They very well could make you do it, but I personally didn't do it. Of course, I haven't had a record before. So in terms of driving test, something that the school really pushed, like, oh, you're going to have to do this, you know, again when you get to the terminal and stuff like that. I didn't do it at the terminal. I did it because my lead driver tried to lie about how I was driving, tried to film me. That was complete bullshit, but anyway, so I did take a test after, you know, I got off of my lead driver because they were kind of concerned. I pretty much drove around the block. And we were going to be doing backings, but the lady was downright to earth, so cool. And of course, I was able to prove myself that whatever my lead driver was talking about, he was just bullshitting just to try to film me. So ultimately, I drove around the block. The lady that my driving was just fine. That, you know, we were originally going to be doing some backings, but she's like, no, you drive just fine. You know, I'm never make you do the backing. So that's how cool some of these people are. I mean, it depends on what terminal you go to. I went to the Oklahoma terminal to do it, but it depends on how strict a person is and whatnot. Of course, the lady that I, you know, did my test with, she was a former truck driver. A lot of these people are anyways. So she kind of had an idea. I believe she's been a truck driver for a while, but she is now the safety director. What the fuck is going on? Do we have to do a turn at like 5 miles per hour? Come on. Good Lord. Every single person in front of me is getting like pissed off at these two cars. Like, move your ass. No kidding. Usually dump trucks, they fucking fly, but not today. I fucking hate roads like this, by the way. A lot of people in states have been trying to, like, get this through people's heads so much, and it just doesn't work. People like to misjudge trucks. We look like we're going slower than what we actually are, and people don't realize that. So only that's how accidents happen, or we have to hit the fucking brakes. Happens all the fucking time. Happens a lot more than you think. It's stupid. I really don't get it. And you won't know we're actually going faster until the last minute, so I don't know. But as you guys can see, a lot of boring parts here. Ain't very much going on, so I am going to be wrapping things up here. When we get to the next zipper, I will of course definitely record that, but other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.